Hello, glaciers. I stayed at the ceiling for a minute, but last time. Is there a point? I mean, I couldn't turn it off because I just kept dripping sweat everywhere. Okay. My pants are on the floor. I don't give a shit right now. We have a list of shit to do. You know what? We're gonna leave that there. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Our legs are not functional things. Legs on the Junior. Okay. I don't know. Should we take our shit off? Top off? I don't know. I give a shit. Okay. I'm too tired to give a shit. Okay, no one cares. Oh, I think it was, Pink or something. What the fuck was it? What I was trying to find earlier? Apparently there was, like, second movie, second song she was, like, singing or whatever. But that, like, I didn't see it out, and it's not, like, posted as her official song. I couldn't find it on YouTube, so. I don't know. Okay, let's see what fucking trash we're talking about. Okay, oh, I think it's Pink Venom. Blackpink. That's what I like. I only like a few other songs, and for girls groups I was, like, only like Blackpink, and, like, I like most of the other songs, and it's like Black Venom. Or, like, BTS ones. So it's Kill This Love. That's what it is. That's what it is. I knew something about it. We can never see because sweat is on our glasses. Yeah. In the area. Yeah. Do we have to dance with this one instead of my game Mulan? Probably. Will I move? No. Do you know? We will find out. Probably. Okay. I can actually probably listen to it the first half and not move. Because I haven't heard in a while. You know what? Never mind. We're gonna fucking talk while this plays, because that actually will work. Blah. Oh, that's right. That's why we hate YouTube. Because if you try and look at anything, like your YouTube ideas, to try and figure out what topic you're talking about, you can't hear it anymore. Spotify sometimes works, and almost all the other time, it, like, didn't work, and I was like, this is BS. It's supposed to play in the background. Your purpose is to play in the background. Otherwise, no one would ever use you. Okay. Because sometimes for YouTube, like, it's not music. It's not a video, and usually if you've been watching it for hours and hours, then it'll be like, oh, cute little screen while you do other things. Sometimes we'll try and read and watch a show at the same time. You can't do that as anime, though, because you're reading and watching a show at the same time. That's the entire anime. Okay, I can't remember anything. That's great. Okay, we clicked on that, but we have to find Fake Love now. And probably the other ones I was to do. Okay, so we're gonna talk about K-drama. So we're gonna talk about a lot of things later on, probably. Sorry, I just figured this out. Okay, so I'm gonna probably call this, like, modern Mulan, but okay, so I found this cool manga, webcomic, webtoon, what the hell you wanna call it. I just call it manga. So since I have a website that has manga and, like, the cartoons, it's all in one. It's like Manga Buddies that I use, because I was like, I usually find them on webtoons, and then I'm able to actually finish it, because they're like, you gotta pay things for it now. I'm like, this is BS. I'm not doing that shit. We poor and broke. We know this shit. I have a massive crack in my windshield, and it hasn't broken yet, so we're gonna work with it, and I was told that you can only use the cover it, or whatever, use, like, the glue and stuff, if it's, like, the size of a goddamn quarter. And I want it smaller than a quarter, so you can't do anything about it. And they'd be like, oh, you gotta replace it. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that bullshit. Okay. There's cute ad session back, so I'm usually listening to hot, badass K-pop male playlists, so I just mostly male K-pop, but, like, they still throw in some girl songs on there randomly, and still not, like, fast enough song K-pop. And then it's not, like, hardcore anymore, and then K-pop that goes hard AF song playlist, still not really hardcore. I try and find some, like, rap ones or more, like, action ones, sometimes, like, EXO and Stray Dogs and stuff like that. Stray Kids, that's what it is. And just, it was NCT, stuff like that. But, like, it's picky. They might have, like, quite a few of them, but, like, it's all random. Be like ballads, and I'm like, this is fucking trash. Okay, because I was like, the song could be like a ballad. You'd be like, oh, I can dance ballet for like 5 or 10 minutes, or like 3 minutes, let's be honest. And then it's fucking hardcore in action, and even like the ballad has to find speed up. And even for like sleeping music, like it's piano, it's like ballad, but it's fucking rain. But most of the time, it's just like some smoother, but like breakup songs and soundtracks from different movies. So they're usually pretty action or action movies soundtracks. So from Star Wars and all that crap. Like, there's usually Maniac or Obsession by EXO recently, and then and then for BTS, like, they're like, oh, we like the new songs. I like to dance. I don't care about Butter at all. Didn't care about Mic Drop. Didn't care about any of the other ones. I care about Fake Love. I found that one was new and good. I like, because the first one I was introduced to was Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I like that one. Then I think there's one called Run. I'm not entirely sure. It was okay, but then I found Fire. I like Fire. That was my second favorite, and then it got bumped down to third after I became obsessed with Not Today. And then Fake Love is bumping all those down right now. Okay, and then Pink Venom's good, but it's like, I only like Pink Venom and Kill This Love by Blackpink. They're like only a few songs I like by them. Very small. It may or may not skip around instead of playing the actual song, and now it's playing something else for 30 minutes, and pissing me off. Okay, but yeah, okay, sorry, for fucking Mystic, I'll probably put the photos in the beginning anyway. I don't really know if I give a damn. Okay, so Mystic is like the new Mulan. I'll like use all the spoilers and crap and explain why and defend myself in like 5 minutes. But first, oh crap, that was what I was supposed to do before I was going to talk about that. Oh, and I also like playing Fire. I didn't know that when that popped up. It's like the same as it's their version of Fire by BTS. That's how I felt. Yeah, they're okay, but like, I'm not clearly okay with their other songs, but I just don't really like them. Not my favorites. Okay, Nope, they're being lame right now. Okay, so it's Mystic Friends, and then there was, like, the longer title, like, The Mysterious Princes, or whatever. Okay. Yeah. Read almost all about webtoons, and then I was able to finally finish it at the end, because they were like, nope, now we gotta pay money. There was like that anyway, so I could only, like, want it, like, randomly as, like, a freebie or whatever. Okay, ow. My ears are now on fire, probably because it's been an hour. Fuck, it's been 2 hours. We started this at 2 p.m. 2 a.m. So, yeah, it's been fucking 2 hours. It's not about 2 hours, is it? A little bit less. Is it an hour and a half? I think it's like an hour and a half. Very confused myself. Okay, probably wasn't that long. I'm really arresting myself. But hates me like normal. Okay, I don't give a flying fuck. It's mysterious. Mystic Prince, not mysterious. Okay, so you got a prince, and he got superpowers. And they're gonna, like, fight for the throne to become emperor. Yeah. They got, supernatural powers, but they call it spiritual powers. Yeah. I'll probably complain about a few other things, too. I keep saying this random fucking dot. I'm gonna throw it up there. Okay. My makeup's probably all, like, trash now. I don't really have anything on my eyes, and I was probably gonna put more out a little bit, and just over the random dot, and that might be there. I can't really see anything, because it's black and gray right now, because after the 2 a.m. that's what it does. Okay, that's what we're talking about. But yeah, for the most part, that's just it. And now we're gonna talk about spoilers. And you're like, oh, how was that Mulan? You gotta fucking read it to find out. Now I'll spoil the entire thing. Okay, so now to prove that it's better than Mulan. Okay, so we are not just fighting and proving, no, we're fighting in a war to save our father and bring about honor to the family. No. You later learn. It's just a guy, and they're all traveling the world. And I was like, even if it's not gay, they're a bunch of hot guys, I'm gonna ship them all together. No, that's what these were. That's what I went starting into this. And then I was like, okay, they're not just like fighting in a war or whatever, they're fighting for the throne, and it's not like, oh, just like over a kingdom, we're like, become the emperor, so like a region area. No. You rule the world, and you end up being a demigod. You become immortal, you cannot die. Okay? Okay, that voice is annoying, and it sounds like something else I was watching. Random shit. It was like, octopoly relationship? There was 8 people or whatever, and there was like 10, and then he's like, oh, I have a small army, and then he actually like had them train. Whatever, it was just a stupid funny video. I don't like most of his videos though. I mostly just like those two. It's random funny. It's really pity. And I need to definitely not just be like, oh, scroll the next one if I don't like it. I need to start hitting the dislike button. Just I accidentally hit like the like button sometimes. So it'll stop sending me crap, and I need to go through my like list now that I just remembered and deal with that. Okay, so hopefully you've clicked off. So now I can go deep dive into the spoilers. Okay. So ready, set, go. Okay. So girl's trying to be a guy, obviously. Yeah, tragic backstories. And I did like that, unlike other stories, they had extreme limitations, because even though they basically controlled the elements, they had fire, wind, it's mostly just like weather, though, with the water, wind, water, and earth. For earth, they just make plants grow, literally, just grow giant fucking trees and shit. And then, so they just grow vegetation, you can't, and they don't use it as weapons, and they can't really use it as weapons, and they just don't, they can't be injured as well, as, it's harder to injure them, and it's basically impossible for them to die, they're stronger. They've lived for hundreds of years, they're now going through a trial, where different tests and different things, apparently. It was set up by the gods and everything to test the king, and whoever comes out and who is able to go through all the trials wins. And like unlike other stories, they do not, oh, just the fight of the throne, except for even when they're like, oh, we're not gonna aim for the throne, and we're not gonna dethrone and kill all of our siblings and the king to get the throne. They do anyway. Such liars. But that did not happen this time. Only one of them died and was forced because they were like, and now I'm a demon, you know. That'd be his bullshit. So yeah. And then, like, the whole, oh, they made someone, like, gay and question their sexuality. Yeah, I did that to 2 of their brothers, but you're like, oh, then that's, like, incest. But I was like, no, they, especially the main character, traveled the entire world for almost the entire time, only entered the palace a few times, was fucking adopted in the first place. So, yeah, no, none of them are blood-related at all. Not one of them. And he went to travel the world, so they have barely ever seen him. They only see him after, like, 100 years, and they're like, oh, yeah, we met, like, when you were, like, 8 or 10, and we saw you, like, a few times. Maybe at most we saw you added up all together for, like, a year, and then we never saw you again. And then you show up as an adult because we're fighting for the throne. And then most of them end up, like, they lose, and they don't drop out. Some of them can drop out, but for the most part, they just fail during the test. Obviously, they, like, drop out because, like, they give up during the test. Yeah. Or they just, like, move on to the next test, but for the most part, they still move on, but they don't participate in the next ones, especially since they were disqualified, so they can't anymore. And especially since, like, the danger grade goes up higher, so more and more chances to die. So they're not happy about that. Oh, also, this is supposed to go over again. Did not happen. We had to go to blue, and then we're going to go over again, and then we're going to go with the purple thing, so it looked black. But that never happened. Because I was like, oh, there's all these ships and everything in the blue, so I went over it again. And I was supposed to get over it a 3rd time. And that's it over it, but I was like, it's the last day working, go shit. Yeah. Because I didn't see about working Thursday, and I'm fucking done. So, I'm done with everything. I don't care. Yeah. Okay, so it's just always disappear, and, like, there are no limitations or anything like that. They didn't, like, wield it, like, and make it into weapons. No, they just had swords, and they just used that. And they didn't, like, go in deep into, like, kung fu or, like, fighting or have them fly and crap like that for the most part. It was very standard. And many limitations. Instead of, like, exploring those limitations and other stories, be like, oh, and now magic, and now zombies, and so much bullshit. They just changed the genre, and it pissed me the fuck off. Because you're like, you start out as a realistic history, or a fantasy fiction, and you're like, it's about this. And they're like, oh, maybe they develop and they earn it. No, they're already, like, OP, and then they become, like, struggle and lose, and they become stronger, and then you throw, like, oh, now you have this ability, and then you don't have to throw 1, you throw, like, 50. the best example, I ran about this before, is Assassin. I don't know who it's by, but it's Assassin, and like, yeah, it's clearly about an assassin. They're trained, and they become talented, and then their lover dies at the end, and they get thrown in prison, and then apparently they survive in the second book, and then the BS bullshit of, oh, now you're dating and sleeping with a prince, even though it has only been a year, and you are now basically candidate to become a princess, and you are at a castle, and you are flirting in a tournament, and you have to deal with ghosts, monsters, and zombies, and magic. And then it shows in other ones that you're basically going to be riding a horse, learn archery, learn swordsmanship, and become queen. Just from their goddamn book covers. Yeah, no. No. None of that. You're going to do this, because you're consistent, and it was all the same in the first book, and then you completely change the entire story and everything, and the main character in the second one. They have the same name, but you changed everything about them. It's a completely different story, and you're saying it's just the second book in the book series. They could change, not that much, it's all this bullshit. That pissed me off the other time, except other books do not even wait until the second book to do that shit. They throw it at you the first book. This is it for like a chapter or two, and then they throw all this bullshit at you, and you're like, nope, I'm done. I just quit, and I'm done with that, and I don't read books in the proper order. Okay, that was a different conversation, I'll make it again. But yeah, so I was really excited, and I was really happy, but I know I'm gonna give a shit, because I'm probably tired. I don't care. I was really happy about it, and no, I do not care. So you got some demons and shit like that, and you get the love between the brothers, and then and they were like, oh, like, it's a guy, it's clearly a guy, am I still into him? And then he's like, yeah, I'm into him, and then he's like, oh, it's a girl, and he doesn't be like, oh, I'm straight, he's like, no, I'm just kinda into you, no matter what the fuck you are, I just like you. that was the proper term, and that was correct. You were into them. Okay, and they just turned out to be a girl physically, but you didn't know that. So, you're clearly bisexual. Okay, and then, yeah, and then all the guys are super pretty, and they look just like members of K-pop bands and everything like that, so they're very attractive. Okay, so, yeah, I don't know if I could play. Oh, Pretty Savage. Because I heard the word psycho, and I was like, what is this song? It's a different song. Yeah, I was saying how crazy and everything. Okay. The words that I translate. Sometimes they're useless, and sometimes they're useful. It's like only if it's like nothing, same crap. I'm not sure. Weird, tasteless, dandruff. Oh, it has a slight taste. No one knows dandruff. Just my soul skin cells. I get bored. And sweating, so they're coming off. Okay, being bored like normal. Okay, I probably have to wash my face. May or may not care. Oh, I'm 100% showering. I do not care. I do not fucking work, so I can smell like shit. I'll smell horrible on Saturday, but I always smell horrible on Saturday anyway, so I do not care. Plus no one's around, so you don't care either. No complaint, and I'll just douse it and shit. Douse it and my cure, then I have to douse it, and every day. You get perfume, 2 layers of deodorant, actually 3. 2 layers I put on deodorant, 1 spray, and before that a lot of lavender vinegar mix. And I put everything else on top, and then some perfume, or some air freshener to add to the top. If we have enough time, okay, but yeah. So she becomes fucking queen, and she does it to change everything and to make sure that no one's like her. And instead of being like, oh, you do all these fancy things and you have so many stories and everything like that, they go on missions and everything like that, and she goes and saves people and learns about their tragic backstories and deal with ghosts, and then they fight demons and they learn about gods and shit, and then they deal with their traumatic past, and then you see and learn everything about the traumatic past, and not just one, you've got 2, actually 3. The 3 love interests. So you also got a triangle, actually. 4. Because you learned about the first one's tragic backstory in the first place. I was like, you were just being a big birth. We just took you in. That's fine. Demon. Okay, that's everything. Otherwise, you gotta read it. It's fantastic, and I love it. Okay, bye.